Now I would like to open, as promised, the floor for questions and comments. And I see already a gentleman with a raised hand in the last row, if anybody, and then a lady in the penultimate row here. So if could anybody assist with the microphone? Yes, the mic is already there. Yes, just please speak clearly, okay?
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Speak up, please.
Yeah, okay. My name is Gunnar Norén. I'm coming from the Coalition Clean Baltic and Baltic Environment.
A bit louder.
Even closer? Okay. My name is Gunnar Norén. I'm coming from Coalition Clean Baltic, Baltic Environmental NGO Network. This session is about regions as drivers for sustainable Baltic growth. And my question to you in the panel is, you know, what role can then regions play to try to contribute to the solution of the eutrophication problem of the Baltic Sea? We know that more than 50% of the nutrient load to the Baltic come from the agriculture sector. And whether then, would regions then, can they develop plans where you try then to have develop more clearly low nutrient surplus agriculture practices that would then minimize the risk then for nutrient runoff and eutrophication? Would that be something that local and regional authorities are willing to take responsibility for? Is this something you think you can work on? Because that's one of the main problems we have to handle in any way. So that's my question to the panel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Would there be all panelists you want to answer, you know, clockwise or counterclock, or there would be any specific that you would like to address?
The man from Finland, from the Baltic BSSSC.
Okay, so you want to address Jaakko. Okay, or anybody who wants to contribute. Okay, so now we need those inspirational success stories where the local authorities can really, you know, provide deliverables, especially in the problem area that the gentleman has outlined. Jaakko? Yeah.
Question is important and very, very difficult in the regional level. And on behalf of the BSSSC, I would say that I would refer to that HELCOM action plan that we are supporting, and together with HELCOM distribute the recommendations to the regions. Because the BSSSC hasn't, as an organization, any power to give orders to regions, only recommendations. But through our partners, HELCOM is the most important in this case. So to distribute HELCOM recommendations to all countries and also other NGOs. We are cooperating with altogether 9 Baltic Sea organizations regularly, CBSS as the main partner. And that's very indirect to have influence on that mitigation problem, but I agree it's the most important thing, these environmental issues, or one of the most important ones, let's say.
Okay, Anne-Irene wants to add up something.
Yes, I'm sorry, this was a bit too high. As I said, in Norway, so the regions are already sort of responsible for this, making water management plans together with the stakeholders, including also municipalities, farmers, all actors who are, let's say, along the river or lake in this defined region. And what the regions, I think, can do then is bringing all these people together and making a plan of action where the different actors have to fulfill their specific task. And of course, the farmers then have to do their part of the job, the municipalities their part, and the region can be sort of an intermediate actors trying all the way to monitor and push and motivate the process. And also maybe to find possibility for the money to be, let's say, invested or used for these plans, that the regions can help facilitate and coordinate also financial resources into the planning work.
Okay, now the lady in the penultimate row.
Olga Solotkaya, Baltic University Program, Janko Kupala State University of Grodno, Belarus. Honorable speakers, what is the alternative for the project approach in regional policy? Because local initiatives and local ideas usually do work when they work in the form of project, and they receive funding from EU or national governments, and the projects meant to have so-called visibility, and sometimes almost 30% of budgets are devoted for gala dinners and creating brands, doing marketing, doing network meetings and stuff like that, which is financial black hole, which is not that good in the long run and may lead to European financial collapse. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your ideas on this matter? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your concern about the future of the European Union. There are certain loopholes which can really be abused and used for the money laundering or money leaking. If anyone, maybe Roma would like to, she has ministerial rich experience too, running part of government. So if you would like to share something on alternative to projects, is there any alternative to projects or not?
It's not an easy question, but I must say that all the projects which are financed by European Union structural funds and other foreign bilateral or different funds, so we cannot say that it's a money laundering, because we have a lot of institutions which are observing how the projects are put in the life, so and how money are really spent. So I cannot agree that the projects are mainly used for dinners and for just money laundering. I must say that it is very important to put these projects in life and to see the results of it, and we can see the results because the end of this financial period and the beginning of new one is very important. That's why local authorities are trying to participate very actively in putting the goals for the new coming financial perspective and to make projects more effective for the environmental and for even putting in life this Baltic Sea strategy.
Okay, Anders?
Perhaps I can make a comment from the Swedish point of view as president of the Swiss Association. And from our point of view, we are of course aware of that you always could have problems in different projects, and you always have to discuss the efficiency and the outcome of the projects. But what we have felt in Sweden at least is that we have get much more power to the local and regional authorities to spend and to decide about the use of this money. Earlier we have a situation where it was civil servants from the states who was the decision makers and who was very heavily involved in this, and was also directed and ruled by the government. So I must say from that point of view, even if there of course will always be things that are not going exactly as you want, I think it's important that you keep the possible local and regional authorities to manage this. And as you know, there has been a strong debate from Sweden and other member countries to renationalize the whole system. And from our point of view, as being representative of local or regional authorities, that would be to take steps back for many years. And I think we have been now member for many years. We learn more and more, and we understand how to handle this in a good way. So it's always nice with dinners, but I have the impression that it's more work than eating.
Okay, thank you. More questions, more comments? Yes, a lady on my left-hand side.
Thank you. I'm Marjukka Porvari from the Jon Nurminen Foundation in Finland, and I wanted to comment maybe a bit of this dinner side and also the waste treatment side, because I we really, from our work, know that these local actors are they are the main actors in these concrete, real actions for a cleaner Baltic Sea, especially when we are talking about eutrophication, which is the main, the most serious problem of the Baltic Sea. Because in municipalities, you have these wastewater treatment plants, and although major part of the load now comes from agriculture, the measures that can be implemented in a fast track, they are always within the wastewater treatment sector. So coming to these positive examples, I think it's really important because as most of us know, the HELCOM recommendations are not legally binding. So we don't have any legally binding instruments. So if a municipality wants to do the level which is according to the European Union Wastewater Treatment Directive, it's okay. And they are not forced to do the stricter HELCOM recommended level. And in this sense, because we don't have any sticks really, it's really important to have carrots. And it's really important to raise these good examples. For example, in Uusimaa, which is from Jaakko Mikkola's region, we have the city of Helsinki, the capital city of Finland. And in Finland, we are quite good in removing phosphorus from wastewaters, but we are not always very good in removing nitrogen. So what has Helsinki done? Helsinki is voluntarily going to 90%, almost 90% treatment level in their nitrogen from wastewaters. And just like that, nobody has really forced them to do that. I haven't made an analysis why so happened, but I think it's because of the mayor and the city administration who have been really aware and forward-looking. So I think what really regional actors could do is to raise these positive, good examples and to give credit for this good work and to give visibility, because in this way also maybe the ones who are a bit slower come then and follow the example. Everybody wants to be good and do a good deed. And also if we look at the ones who pay for this, at least in Finland, I would say that citizens are willing to pay the little extra if they know that it goes to the sake of the Baltic Sea. And then coming to the dinners, because we had a really nice dinner yesterday. I think this is also the answer to your question. I don't think we need any projects for this. I think this can be done without any extra money, raising these good examples and giving them credit. So I think this is something which really could be done on a regional level, which is the most important level for the Baltic Sea, I would say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Would you like anyone to react, or was just a comment?
Well, if you wish to react, I'm really
totally
happy.
agree, I think. We agree.
Yeah,
with
we'll
her.
agree. I would also agree that the dinner was good and the wine was good. Usually the rule is the more the people, the lousier the wine, but on the contrary, that Farnese wine was really, especially the red one, was good. Okay, now more questions or comments? Yes, the gentleman in the last row.
My name is Jan Martinsson, representing the Regional Council in Kalmar County in Sweden.
A bit louder, please.
I try to be as narrow as possible. Okay. This is a stakeholder meeting for the Baltic Sea strategy. And when I look at the participant list, I can see that the local level is not very much represented. Actually, when we look at the participant list, there are 20 persons who represent the local level, which is one of the most important levels to implement the Baltic Sea strategy.
Sorry, I'll just interrupt you.
Yeah.
Raise hands those who are from the local government, the representative of the local governments. No, better stand up, stand up. People from the local government. They'll see whether you were correct or not about the stakeholders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and okay, you were correct. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah. 5 of them are from Turku, 4 of them are from Helsinki, 1 is from Vienna, and the rest is from the other municipalities. If you look at the city, if you look those who represent city of or municipality of, It's 3% of the participants. It was 12% in Tallinn, it was 5% in Gdansk, and it was 5% in Copenhagen. So we are decreasing the number of local participants. And I would like to ask the panel if they have any ideas how to integrate the local level more and how we can make the local level interested in being stakeholders also in the development of the Baltic Sea strategy and look upon themselves as stakeholders, because in that case they should have been here.
Thank you. That was a very good question because it's a normative question. It addresses an issue how to make a world a better place, how to involve the local sector within the strategy to become more active, because this is one of the prerogatives of democracy. So I guess that each panelist will have to say a couple of words, this PR strategy, how to make local sector more efficient. So Anders, we start with you and then we go clock round.
When I look in the room here, I can see several members of the staff from the Swedish Association of Local and Regional Authorities, and I'm very happy to see them here in the room. And of course, we have to play an important role in this as an association who have all the local and regional authorities as members to both inform and also to inform about the discussions, the results, and what's going on. But I fully agree. Of course, it's much better if you also have more of the local, directly representatives on these meetings. But I think the only way to do it is to convince them about the importance to participate, and because I think they understand the importance of the issues. Absolutely. So it's also a question of getting them more aware of the need also to be in this work, because it's so important also for meeting colleagues from other local authorities and from NGOs and from regional and also representatives from governments. So of course we have to promote more, I think.
Okay, Roma?
I cannot say that local level is not involved in putting in live the strategy. I've been mentioning a lot of projects where municipalities were the most active players. And I would like to say that last Wednesday, Friday in Berlin, was the meeting of South Baltic Program Joint Programming Committee. And the priority of environment they approved to be a key component for the future programming. So that means the cross-border cooperation programs contributing to the ecological aims of EU strategy for the Baltic Sea will be the priority for the local level in the future as well. But when we are talking about this type of conferences, I think we could see much more local representatives here if there was interpretation. So not so many people from the local level can speak and can understand, and only in English. So if we want to attract more people from the local level, we must have more languages at the conference.
Education rules. Okay, Jaakko?
Yeah. First I must say that I'm very happy to see the representatives of our big cities here, as the capital Helsinki and also Turku are well presented here. But as for the smaller municipalities in Finland, because I'm coming from the regional level, our regional councils represent those municipalities. And some of the representatives from the very small municipalities in Finland, they have said and this way and somehow delegated the representation in international affairs to regional councils, that they don't have resources in their small municipalities to be everywhere. So it's a matter of the size of the municipality also in Finland. But we are networking them, and we have regular meetings in our regional council with all municipalities, all sizes of municipalities, so that we can distribute information, and we get information from their side also. So this is indirect representation of regional councils in Finland in these international affairs.
Okay, I see. And last but not least, Anna-Lena.
Yes, I think that the important message that we can send from the regional representatives being here is that it's important to include the regional local authorities in each country, because it's easier then to let's have some meetings closer to where they are living and staying in their daily life. There are a lot of conferences. It's not easy for everyone to access what is maybe the main topics as a conference like this. So the big important message is that please involve more maybe the local and regional authorities within each country. And maybe it's a possibility that you have also conferences that the actors at regional local level have on the Baltic Sea, like the Union of the Baltic Cities, like the BSSSC and so on, that you can bring issues from the strategy into those conferences where local and regional authorities are represented, as an additional way of reaching out to those actors where they are, and that there comes someone from the strategy, and when we invite a priority area coordinator or something to talk to those, it's not always easy to get a yes for them to come there. So I think this is also a way, so in the country, but also for the strategy to be at these arenas where the local authorities are gathered at the Baltic Sea level, would be my wish.
Okay, thank you. I guess that I have to willy-nilly close this last but not least panel, the fourth panel at our fourth annual forum of the EU strategy for the Baltic Sea region. And I would really like to extend my gratitude and to invite everyone to applaud the panelists. Thank you.